Hey man, welcome to this video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the item or the issue of business licensing for solopreneurs, especially if you're in a tribe building business. And this video is going to be useful for you, even if you're doing selling on commission, like doing some network marketing, selling health products on commission, or financial products, or even if you're into coaching consulting. So welcome to this video. My name is Dr. Rajat Sinha. I'm a medical doctor turned solopreneur sales strategist. And one of the big things that happened was that even in my medical college days, I ended up reading the book, which is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it had a great influence on me. And it spoke about maintaining your asset liability columns, maintaining your taxation and things like that. And that really got me into studying taxation and business licensing and things like that. And for solopreneurs, he said it's fairly simple in America. Even in India right now, it's very, 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 very simple. Okay, so I'd like to go through it. Now, what exactly is a business license? And if you're starting off your business right now and you have no money, you have no customers, you have no stock, then do you really need a business license? And the answer is, technically speaking, no. Especially if you're starting a low liability business like a coaching business, if you're starting a low liability business like a consulting business, services business, where probably you are yourself going to be providing the services. Okay, you technically don't really need a license unless you are creating your own consumable product. So if you are creating, let's say, a travel agency, you're actually going to be providing travel services which are going to be serviced by somebody else. Somebody else owns the hotel where the client is going to be staying, and somebody else owns the restaurant where they will be eating. Somebody else owns the plane or flight they will be taking, or a car they will be hiring. So technically, you are just in an information business or a consultation business. Coaching, consulting, same thing. And even if you are selling network marketing like health products or financial products like insurance, mutual fund, or whatever, essentially your business is information. You don't really have a whole lot of liability. Okay, so technically speaking, business license is not really required right at the very beginning, but I would highly, highly recommend that, because the laws and all have become super streamlined, everything is just so super smooth and easy. I would recommend that day one, you generate yourself a business license. I'll be showing you how to do that, or where to do that rather. And one good thing that it does for you is that if you have a business license, it allows you to open a current account. If you have a current account, from day one, your business financials are in one place where you can track them. And not only that, a bank account and a bank account track record, bank account statement, is super valuable tomorrow, even if you have to project your business earnings, or if you have to get finance or something like that. Okay, so at the end of the day, what you're doing is, the reason you're creating a business license is so you feel good, first of all. Hey man, I'm doing business the proper way, I have a license. The license allows you to go ahead and open a current account or a business account with a bank, and over there you have a 1 point single track record of actually having all your business financials in one place. So that gives you track record, and that's very, very useful going forward in the future. I know when you're starting a brand new business, you don't really think about what happens in the future ki future mein dekhenge. Especially if you're like me, I used to think, hey man, kal ki kal sochenge, let's think about today. But I had a good mentor, and he taught me how to keep business records clean, and that really helped me in self-respect, as well as later it helped me in many other ways. Okay, so let's get into what are the different kinds of business licenses, and what are the ones that are useful, what are the ones that are not useful. There is a little bit of misinformation in the market that I'd like to clear for you. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen over here. Business licenses. What are the different business licenses? One of the most misunderstood licenses, which is pretty much obsolete right now, is the Shop Act license. Okay, the Shop Act license. Now, Shop Act license is useful for you if you're going to set up a shop property which probably has to do with consumables and liability. That means if you're going to set up a restaurant or something, you probably need Shop Act license. If you're going to be having a trading kind of a business or retail kind of a business, Shop Act license is good. Okay, Shop Act license is typically state based. Okay, it is typically state based. So if you're living in a particular state, the laws may be a little bit different and things like that. And a lot of these things are not computerized. Almost every state, I feel, it's not computerized in every state. There are many states where you really have to visit an office and get in line, and all kinds of those things which have to do with Sarkari offices. And I've generated myself a bunch of Shop Act licenses Although I didn't need them, but I always wanted to do business under a license. The easiest business license to get was a Shop Act license. Typically, you would go to a kind of a state registrar or something where you would apply yourself, or you can just get an agent or a chartered accountant to do it for you, and they are doing work with these offices every single day, so they charge a little bit of money and probably issue it to you. Okay, in many states Shop Act licensing process is online, so you can just get it online. Just do some internet research. If it's not online for you in your state, you can always find an agent or a chartered accountant who will be happy to do it for you, all right, for a small fee. Shop Act license, again, state-based, and you don't really need it, especially if you're doing a tribe building business. Same thing with a FSSAI food license. Now, there are a lot of companies which are selling health products which are triggering, or which are getting into your kind of that whole self-respect trigger and telling you, hey, issue yourself a FSSAI license. And once you have FSSAI license, essentially a food products license or food, it's meant for the food supply chain business. If you're into that food, if you have the FSSAI license, you can buy supplements, our products in bulk, and sell them and all of that. Okay, especially if you're working with a network marketing company or something selling health products. They really get your confidence up by having you issue an FSSAI normal license. There are two types of FSSAI license. One is, I think, upwards of 12 lakhs in turnover, and one is less than 12 lakhs in turnover. Just check it up for on the internet for the actual numbers. But a basic FSSAI license, very easy to get. Almost no questions are asked. And you feel pretty good. Hey man, I have an FSSAI food license, and then the company will ride on that confidence and say, now that you have your license, you are a FSSAI licensed person. So why don't you go ahead and buy 2 lakh rupees worth of supplements to stock so that you can start selling them? Okay, bad idea. Okay, bad idea. If you're tied up with any company which is in the business of just creating and offloading supplements, even though they may be the best supplements in the world, just remember all of these companies have online sources, and all of these things are available to clients left, right, and center. There is no value in stocking product today because supply chains are almost entirely online, and everybody knows where to get these products because it's an oversupplied market for herbal products, health products, vitamins, weight loss, whatever the hell it is. Okay, sure, you can go ahead and get an FSSAI food license. It is not an asset, it is a liability, because what the license says is that you've got to maintain the hygiene, etc. if you're selling food, if you're like some kind of a restaurant. In fact, FSSAI food license also gives you the liability that if you're buying supplements in bulk, you cannot have expired supplements or bottles which are on display which have passed their expiry date. So it's a liability, it's not an asset. Now, of course, I hope that if you're doing any kind of supplements business or something, you're not ending up selling expired supplements to people or something like that, weight loss products, pouches, whatever it is. But food FSAI license is not a government, it's not really a business license. It's more like a compliance item. Okay. Shop Act license is a business license and it is state based. Which brings me to the next and most important item, which is the super cool thing is that if you're starting your business right now, you come under the MSME segment, which is micro, small, and medium business enterprise. Essentially, you are a micro enterprise, and you can issue yourself an MSME license, which you can just go online. There are hundreds of videos on how you can go ahead and issue yourself an MSME license. This is not state-based, this is nationwide. So MSME license is something where you have to give in your PAN number, you have to upload your PAN number, Aadhaar number actually, it's an Aadhaar linked license where you're going to give them your Aadhaar number and they are going to give you an Udyog Aadhaar business license, which is basically linked to your Aadhaar number. Basically what it means is that the government of India gives everybody, every Indian citizen the right to set up an enterprise. It's a very business friendly country, and we were actually a business nation before all of these different foreigners kind of made employees out of us. When we had the education system create employees out of us. Okay, we were actually, Indians were not studying to become government employees or doctors, lawyers, engineers. In India was a business centric country. Today the government believes everybody should have the right to do business. So all you can do is just go online, just do an Aadhaar approval, and they will issue an Udyog Aadhaar license immediately. You can download it from the internet, you can print it out, whatever, download as PDF, print, whatever the hell it is, and you are in business. Okay, there is zero liability associated with this license, and you can use this license to go to a bank and create a current account, thus creating a full business entity. And the name of the entity will pretty much be your name. Okay, so it's just my name. My name is Rajat Mohan Sinha. My Udyog Aadhaar license is Rajat Mohan Sinha. Very simple. What is the name of my business? For now, Rajat Mohan Sinha. You can go ahead and register yourself as an enterprise, get Shop Act and all that. Not required. You can do business under your own name, create a current account under your own name, and keep all your business transactions clean in a separate place where there is a clear difference between the money that is going in and out of your business and the money that you require for the running of your personal life. That's it. Okay, very, very important, because it is more important than showing to anybody, more important than proving anything to anybody, more important to have cleanliness and clarity in your mind. Where is my money going? Where is my money coming from? Especially if you have part-time business income, like you have a full-time job, and in your part-time you're doing probably financial planning, consulting, coaching, or any kind of network marketing or something like that. All right. So basic tribe building, I'm just focusing this whole video on basic tribe building businesses. Keep it simple, because buying stock does not guarantee you will be successful in business. Having a bunch of complicated business operations does not guarantee you will be successful in business. It just gives you the feeling कि ha business हो रहा है. What is the thing that is going to make you successful in business, especially if you're a first time business owner who is starting a low liability business? The only thing that is going to help you actually become successful is getting leads and making sales. Getting leads and asking for the money and making sure the money changes hands. Just mastering the leads and sales process could take between 30 and 60 days if you worked very hard at it. Let me be very honest. Okay, even if you're starting out as an insurance agent, financial planner, network marketer, coach, consultant, trainer, author, speaker, whatever it is, to master getting leads and making sales, even the first few sales, 2 to 5 sales, could take 30 to 60 days. And mastering the aspect of getting continuous leads, mastering the aspect of making sure that you're in front of people every day and asking for the money, getting that resistance out of your brain, and making sure that your product becomes packageable. You can learn a little bit of how to talk to people and how to refer to your products so they don't sound like something that is non-valuable. How to attach value to your products by speaking in a certain way, which is a skill called copywriting. How do you use good copy in your language? All of these skills are going to take 30 to 60 days minimum. Before that, I would recommend, please do not get into complicated business things. I see a lot of people invest these days in technology, buying expensive softwares. Softwares like spending 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees in some crappy landing page software, and all of this. Website doesn't make you money. A landing page doesn't make you money. Buying stock doesn't make you money. Buying insurance doesn't make you money. A lot of companies will say, oh, you need to buy so much of insurance so that you become an agent. No, it is not the law. Absolutely not the law. Okay, you can become an insurance distributor if you buy at least 2 lakhs of insurance from us, and then you can become our partner. No, that is not the law. That is just the company bullshitting you into spending your money unnecessarily. Please get an FSSAI license so you can buy 2 lakhs of stock. That is not the law. An FSSAI license is not a business license. Unless you're running a food business, which is a restaurant kind of a business. Or you have your own packaged products where you are creating achars and chutneys or something in your own factory. Okay, don't get into all these complications. Not required if you're running a basic solopreneur business. Okay, the license you require is MSME license, and once under that MSME license, under your business income, you hit a 20 lakh rupee year. 20 lakh rupee year, then you can apply for GST, goods and services tax. Okay, once again, I'm talking about services-based businesses. If you're in a product-based business where you're manufacturing stuff, where you're creating those achars, chutneys, or whatever in your own kitchen and selling, packaging and selling them, then for that the limit is 40 lakhs. I am not your tax agent. Please consult your CA for this. But for the kind of business that I'm talking about, a tribe building business, the GST limit is 20 lakhs in any financial year if you hit a business income. If you're working on salary at one place and doing business part-time, then only your business income is under this ambit. Once you make 20 lakh rupees from your business in any financial year, then you immediately become GST liable immediately on the next day. So I would recommend that you should track your income, business income, and this is based on revenue, not on profit. I'm talking total revenue. As soon as your total sales comes to 20 lakhs, then you become liable for GST. So please track your business income very closely. Helps to have a current account because you can take out the statement and know. And the moment you hit 20 lakhs of cash collected revenue in any particular financial year, you become liable for GST the very next day. A chartered accountant is going to help you set it up and all of that. And just going deep into GST is not the topic of today's video. But a GST is beautiful because a GST is a tax ID that doubles as a business license, business identity. Okay, and a GST is linked to your PAN number. Udyog Aadhaar was linked to your Aadhaar number. A GST is linked to your PAN number, even if you're a single person owner, solopreneur owner of a company. Like I have a solopreneur ownership of a company. I have 7-8 employees, but my GST number for StartupFrat Academy is linked to my own Aadhaar number, linked to my own PAN number, not Aadhaar number. Okay, a GST is a tax ID that doubles as a business identity because you show your GST certificate, or even if you give them the GST number, they can just go on public sources and check your business credentials, and it gives you a lot of flexibility, lot of credibility, and a lot of access to finance. Okay, you'll see that if you need things from suppliers on credit and things like that, it becomes very, very easy. In fact, some people are happy to extend you lines of credit. Like some of my suppliers have extended me immense lines of credit. It's just insane. Okay, so highly recommend that your goal, if you are setting up a tribe building business, your first goal should be to start a business, start making some sales, get that money coming into your current account and hit 20 lakh rupees a year as fast as possible in collections in a single financial year. And if it is inside that financial year, if you have crossed 20 lakhs, next day you become liable for GST. Contact your chartered accountant, they will set you up. Right? Very simple. Okay. The next level goes into little more complicated stuff, which is private limited companies, which are separate entities from you. That means, like I said, the MSME license is linked to your Aadhaar, the GST is linked to your PAN number. A private limited company is not linked to you, it's a separate entity. You can be a director in the company, but the company is its own entity. In India, a private limited company is generally referred to as company. That means somebody says company, do you have a company? It automatically means private limited company. Okay, nothing less than that. When people say company in India, automatically means minimum private limited company. And next to that is limited company. I think this is the end of my list, but next to that is limited company. Limited company means a company which has shares in the marketplace also. Okay, so it's not just 2 co-founders or 3 co-founders who are the only bosses or the owners of the company. A listed company or a limited company has shares in the marketplace also. So there could be multiple owners and it has a complex shareholding. Okay, don't need to get into it right now because then that is going into quadrant number 4, which right now we are not discussing. Okay, I just wanted to make business licensing very clear because a lot of misinformation in the market. In my opinion, if I could just declutter the whole thing for you, I would say don't worry about all of these other things. Your first job is to get an MSME license, get a current account, and keep clean your numbers so that you can see them more importantly than anybody else. And the moment you hit 20 lakhs in any single financial year, apply for GST, and that should be it. Okay, let me just guess if there was something else. Yes, very important, man. If you are not collecting cash into your payment processor or your bank directly, then you are not even a real solopreneur. That means a lot of companies, and because this business is a very big industry, I think health product companies, network marketing companies, even financial product companies, like you have all these wealth management companies, mutual funds, insurance companies, they've created a lot of income opportunity for people in India, and I truly respect that. But if you're an insurance agent or even an insurance distributor or a mutual fund kind of promoting guy who makes some commission or something like that, or if you're a network marketer, you're not even a solopreneur because the revenue cash is not hitting your bank account, it's going to the company, and then the company pays you commissions. In certain network marketing companies, you can hold stock, probably some weight loss supplement or something. You can sell it directly off your desk and then make the revenue. So that's slightly different. But broadly, none of these companies, you are a full-scale solopreneur. A GST becomes important if cash is being collected directly by you and cash is 20 lakhs per year. And I would recommend you don't be scared of it. In fact, rush towards that number as fast as possible. Please rush towards that first 20 lakh rupee year as fast as possible, because that is going to make you a very, 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 very significant person in the business economy of India. And you will see the benefits open up. You will see your own self-respect going up. You will see people talk to you differently and things like that. Okay, in a small business segment, this is very important. And this is one of the things that my chartered accountant actually taught me. And I was doing selling on commission. I was doing a lot of products, financial products, health products, etc., even some travel products and stuff like that. And he told me that whatever you're doing is agent business. It's not even a real business. The real business is when cash starts getting collected in your payment processor or on your desk or in your bank account. And at that point, I felt very bad. Hey man, you're trying to, put down my business or something like that. But the point is that he was trying to give me good advice. You are actually not really in business. If your income, like all the money, revenue that you're generating is for the company makes the income or the revenue, and then they pay you a commission. So for your company, the only revenue is actually the stuff that you collect. In a network marketing enterprise, if you have a decent team, you could be running crores of rupees of revenue in a month, but the check that you get could be, let's say, only 80,000 or whatever it is, and then that is basically your company revenue, so to say. So if you're making 80,000 rupees, then that means in a year you'll make 10 lakh rupees, and essentially speaking, that is what you can show as your business income, and it'll take you a long, long time to get GST accredited. Until that time, even solopreneurs, great, but as a solopreneur or not even a real solopreneur, it'll be very, very difficult for you to get GST accredited. And even if you do get GST accredited on just a commission income, you may not get all of the benefits that are otherwise given to a GST accredited business. Okay, people and partners and the marketplace really wants to know like what is the source of your income, and if you have just one client, which is that particular company that you're working for, whatever it's an insurance company, networking company, or whatever it is, you essentially have just one client, although you may have built a big team for that company. On the paper of business, on the books of business, you have one client, that's it. So you could be adding a lot of value to the economy, but the business world is not going to see you like that. So very, very important to move to a proper solopreneur business setup with your own cash collection system, your own revenues, your own refund policies. Everything should be your own. And the way to do it is called the Avatar system, which is nationwide now very well branded and famous. So if that interests you, I'm going to put a link to the Avatar program right below where you can learn how to truly become a decent solopreneur. Okay, just check it out, man. I've been many, many years in commission selling, and I truly realized the power of true business when I had my own cash collection system. By the way, this was also taught to me by one of my mentors who was the co-founder of one of the startups I worked in. And he said, dude, I have sold, you think selling health products is important? I have sold industrial products on commission all over the world internationally. Until the time I built my own company, I did not have that satisfaction that comes from being in business. Okay, so anyway, that is my message to you. I hope this video was useful. Please leave me a nice comment right below, and check out the Avatar program in the link given somewhere below in this video. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.